Hello everyone, welcome to another edition of Pete's CD Vinyl World. Today I wanted to do a vinyl tag started by Rachel the Music Man, and it's called You Say It's Your Birthday. So it was 4 questions. Show an album by an artist born on your birthday, one by someone who died on your birthday, show an album your mother liked, and an album your dad liked, and then do some shout outs to some channels. So I was born on April 6th, so I'm Aries. So at first I was like, I looked and I could not find anybody. I don't know what list I looked at, but I could not find anybody except from like these classical composers and everything. So I was like, I don't think I could do this. But then I saw the singer from Accept, Udo Dirkenschneider, I think his name is. And then I said, well, I don't have any Accept. But Hearing Aid, if anyone remembers this was heavy metal's answer to We Are the World and all that. Well, there's an Accept tune on here, Up to the Limit. So yeah, Udo, I have the same birthday as you. If anyone's never heard the song Stars, it's written by Ronnie James Dio. It's got Jeff Tate from Queensryche on vocals, Dio, Dave Meniketti from Y&T, Don Dokken, Rob Halford, I'm trying to think who else. And there's a bunch of all-stars there singing background on it, including the guys from Spinal Tap. Who else we got there? The guys from Blue Oyster Cult, Vince Neil from Motley Crue, Ted Nugent. But the cool thing about the song is it's like a 10-minute song, and about 7 minutes of it is the guitar solo. And the guitar solo just switches from guitar player to guitar player. It's got everyone from Yngwie Malmsteen to Vivian Campbell to Neil Schon, Buck Dharma from Blue Oyster Cult. Who else is in here? Who plays on the solos? I'm trying to think. I think the guy who replaced Vivian in Dio, Craig Goldie, he plays. Carlos Cavazo from Quiet Riot, and the 2 guys from Iron Maiden. So yeah, it's a pretty good song, and the rest of it is just other tracks, including a Hendrix track, "Can You See Me." The other thing, though, cool is it's. For the Kiss fans, it's got a rare live version of Heaven's on Fire. And believe it or not, all the albums Kiss has, they only have a handful of tracks that are not available on their albums, and this is one of them. It was also on the Tears Were Falling 12-inch single. So if you ever see this, it's definitely blows We Are the World out of the water, that's for sure. So anyway, Udo was born on my birthday. So another guy who was actually born on my birthday actually died the same day, Merle Haggard, and I forgot I had this album. This is called My Farewell to Elvis. This was sort of a tribute to Elvis. He does one new song on here, From Graceland to the Promised Land, and then the rest of the tracks are just covers of songs Elvis made famous. Came out in 1977, the same year Elvis died. And when I picked this up, I picked it up for $1, I think, at the Goodwill or something. I thought it'd be more of like a outlaw-ish, kind of more like rockabilly version of some of these Elvis tracks, but they're very, very schmaltzy, and there's a couple of good guitar solos on these songs, like Blue Suede Shoes and Jailhouse Rock, but for the most part, it's almost like, if you remember, like someone on like Lawrence Welk doing an Elvis tune or something, really kind of hokey. So unfortunately, it's not very good. But he had one of those weird people that born and died on the same day. So album that my mom liked. I know this is one that she had also. 50 Million Elvis Fans Can't Be Wrong. Sort of a compilation. It's kind of cool because it's not actually a lot of his well-known songs. More of, I guess, album tracks or B-sides. But this is actually one of the most famous album covers in history. But the tracks on here aren't that. Fool Such As I Beg of You, Don't, My Wish Came True, One Night, I Got Stung. I don't think I knew any of these songs before I bought this. So anyway, that was my mom's. And for my dad, I picked the Beatles. Meet the Beatles. And I have to say, as far as music, the Beatles are probably the only band that myself and them have in common. Overall, my parents have pretty horrible music taste. They tend to like a lot of 50s, crooners, and my mom likes Tom Jones and like Frankie Avalon. My dad is really into doo-wop. And it always blew my mind because my parents are 70, so they were 18 when like Jimi Hendrix and Led Zeppelin and The Who and all these bands were like at their peak, and I'm like, how did you not like them? I mean, they're from Staten Island. They could have seen all these awesome shows at the Fillmore East and Madison Square Garden. They could have seen Led Zeppelin like in their prime. It blows me away that really the only rock and roll that my parents like is the Beatles. I guess they like a little bit of the Rolling Stones. They did see Paul McCartney like 20 years ago or so. I mean, I think my dad, I think they both like Billy Joel, but nothing like even remotely. Once something gets even remotely like heavy or hard rock, they're like, no. So anyway, it's amazing that I became like a musician and everything, because there's no musical connection on that level with them. But anyway, some shout outs to some other channels. Of course, Rachel's channel, and Chris Profi, Musically Obsessed, Aaron Mutha Alamare, I hope I'm saying it right. I love his channel also. And Brian, Vintage Audiophile. He's got a great channel. It's cool videos. So, if you like these videos, please subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks.